All right, well, here we are once again. Um, it's about 11 o'clock, so good time to start. I say start, as if I haven't been working for the last few hours, trying to get the Firebase stuff set up in my Windows environment. Um, Ran into some difficulties. Let's see, where to begin. So, the Firebase CLI is a standalone shell. Uh, Unless you install it through npm, turns out. So I initially started with the shell, made sure my account was configured, started, logged into Firebase, registered with my Google account, created my cloud storage stuff, um, and then let's see. So then went back to do the initialization, which is like it's like Flutter Fire or Fire Flutter or something like that. Let's see if I can find the command in here. I guess I know I won't have it. And you know what? Let's dive in. So let's see if I can find it anywhere. If I can get past all my Twitch stuff, OBS settings. Okay, that was in the background. So here should be my database, I want to say. Yeah, right. So I've got a Squawker database set up. And the command, let's see, initialize, set up Firebase in Flutter. So let's see. Yeah, clearly this is one I've been using. There's a command in here somewhere. Bang. Flutter pub this Fire Flutter configure. Now you can when you hit configure, you can run it with the. There's another example I have. When you do the configure, you can configure it for your Firebase database by designating for it, and I am not seeing that in this example, so I don't think I used this one. Wow. Okay. Well, the only Windows option is Unity. Let's see. I had it on that page. I think I was on. Okay. You can. Here we go. Yeah, it only works for Apple, both desktop and mobile. Android, the web, or Unity is the Windows. Like that's the most Windows option there is. There's no native build. I ignored when I finally got it the way I had to get it running. So again, so I tried. It uses Git to grab some of its stuff. I don't know what else to call it. Some of its dependencies and files, and so Git will not work in PowerShell where I've installed all the Flutter and everything. I ended up having to use, so I had to install Node locally, to use the npm version of the Flutter CLI or Firebase CLI in the terminal using git command prompt, and I had to add the CLI's batch file location to my path after it installed. And in this terminal, which is what I'd run that specific command to do the initialization, it finally worked, right? Because Git was available. Man, okay, I'm gonna have to find this command. It's gonna take me a minute, but I'm kind of frustrated it's not just coming up at me. Flutter, let's see, Firebase CLI. Configure. Here we go. Maybe this is, yeah, I think this is where I found it. Okay, right. So this will install the tools necessary. On a yeah, because you need them on a global scale, so you can call them from wherever. So in the CLI, in the Firebase CLI stuff, you can run this, and probably, since I have the tools set up local or globally, running this kind of thing, I hope would work. Firebase projects list. Looks like it might be. It didn't just immediately crash or tell me that it couldn't find it. Yeah, perfect, right? So that's a result of the npm install. Definitely what you want to do on Windows. Login, see, I'd already logged in through the CLI executable, so that's why it knew how to find my stuff. Although I'm not seeing seeing how to initialize the project with the command that I used, which designates the project, right? Like maybe it was the init. I really feel like I ran something much longer than that. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, right. I forget my my whatever you call it. My video capture is down there. Init. Let's see. Now I'm probably gonna just have to cancel this if this is what I ran. I feel like. No, this is definitely not what I did. Yeah, aborted by user. Get out of here. It was like a Flutterfire command, and for some reason I don't see it. And the reason for Flutterfire is because that's what the batch file is called. Flutterfire version. Now I'm hoping that's correct. And you see how it's trying to use Git? This is the same sort of thing that was happening before. It's running its tools. I should get a version out of here somewhere. Point is, I don't have to bore you with all the details about how I got it working, really. I don't think. I just thought I'd cover that quickly, and to be honest, I cannot find the command. Flutter fire init with project. Right, so you run the Flutter fire command, and it would initialize. It initialized with my Squawker Firebase database, and I'm pretty sure I ran this. Anyway, this shows how to use it. And oh man, I definitely I cannot for the life of me figure out where that command is. Of course, I was up till like 3 in the morning last night, and it's 11:19 right now. I haven't slept all day. But the point is, it created this Firebase options.dart. Let's see, hang on. Flutter fire create Firebase options command. Come on now. Yeah, you have to do that. I guess it was maybe this Flutter-based configure. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. Finally. I don't know. It was a Flutterfire configure. I remember it being in one of these walkthroughs in the documentation. And you know what? I think that's it. Yes, that's why I can't see it. It was when I created this, the Squawker database. There was another page that came up to walk me through initializing it, and that was where I got the command from. So yeah, I don't know where that lives. But once you initialize your database, there's another window that you walk through that will take you through there. And clearly I've closed it. It's a configure, and I think since it knows the project you initialized, let's see, yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, the project flag. So I would assume, actually I'm looking at it here, but I think it was something like this. When you do configure, and you can configure it with your particular project that you've created. Don't quote me on that. I don't know where it's at. I can't see it, but that's what I think happened. And it generated this file. Now I'm not going to show all of it because it's got all my keys in there. I've also removed it. I've chosen to ignore it from my repo, because you don't want that kind of stuff out there for obvious reasons. These things were also installed, the Firebase Auth, Firebase Core, and from everything I can tell, I should be able to use this example to initialize my Firebase options for one of these targets. And because there's no Windows target, we're going to be working out of Chrome from now on. So yeah, So yeah, a lot of roundabout stuff to work through, and that's part of why. Plus authentication stuff, right? Setting this up with whatever information I needed to enter. I didn't want to just stream all that. But here we are, and we're good finally. Yeah, installed Git, Node, and the other thing. It's been a long day. And to get through all this, the Firebase CLI or whatever. Okay. We're gonna say Chrome, right? And this will start this up. Handler back and on thinking. Let's start by adding the packages included. Yeah, I did that. Now inside auth, add new Firebase authentication instance. So let me pull this over here real quick to take a look at it. Yeah, Firebase options, Firebase options. Let's see, here's the snippet it wants. Auth. So I don't see where auth is in here. And I'm not sure how to let's just Firebase initialize. Get to know file Firebase for Flutter. Main file, ensure widgets Flutter binding is initialized, and then initialize Firebase. So this is the platform stuff. Then run app and imported from our generated Dart file. Once initialized, you're ready to start using Flutterfire. Great. But what does that mean exactly? Or how is that accomplished? Let's go look at our main. So we're going to import these per the file, or per the instructions. Yeah, they're not used. Great, that's fine. Now this turns into an async. Okay, so it's in this main function right here. Async. I'm just going to grab this whole text here. Option default, current platform, we're going to say web. And there we go. So now we're ready to start using it. So Firebase Core plugin provides a basic functionality for using. Let's keep reading. usage with Firebase. So I don't have any data in my database as of yet. From Dart, you may receive warning logs from the native iOS Firebase SDK indicating no Firebase app has been configured. You can safely ignore these logs if you're using your Firebase app from Dart. Okay. Wait. Could not find an option with a short name dash. Oh, God bless America. Yeah, no, it's that. I was like, what did I do? So I don't know if I've run, or well, this is the first edit. I've installed everything. So now we'll see if we broke it adding this here, if everything is able to find what it needs with all this roundabout wonky stuff I've had to do. Oh yeah, let's play some Stone Temple Pilots. Yeah, okay, there you go. Flutter allowable. What a Flutter Fire configure dash project with the project that you set up. Oh, I think I need to start Chrome for this to work. This feels like it takes a little longer. So this is the authentication I guess we're waiting on. For debug service in Chrome. Programmatic. There it is. Okay, yeah, that took a little bit longer. Flutter Web Bootstrap Programmatic. That was weird when I clicked on the blank stuff. That's interesting. There's a closing bar here. I don't remember. That's probably from the column or something. I don't remember that being there before, but I just probably never noticed it. Okay, so we're good. Our app didn't break. Authentication. This is what we're trying to use. Okay, so we've already added the Firebase auth as we saw. Okay, so going to check what the using with converter, we can add and fetch data in the format we want. Add the method attempt to sign up, which tries to sign up a new user using Firebase auth's method. Auth.create user with email and password. Okay. Inside auth, add a new Firebase authentication instance. I'm not sure what that's getting at exactly. Whoa. That is not what I meant to copy. Firebase local emulator suite. Okay, so this is a Firebase authentication instance. Okay, so that's my auth. And now inside auth, well, where is this auth that you speak of? Like we created, let's see, inside this we'll create the auth provider. Oh, I called it auth state. Okay. So create the class auth. Well, there we go. Okay, now let's get, now that we have the naming. Let's see, the provider in main needs to be just auth. Right? Yeah, because we're importing that folder, that file. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I can read it a little easier and follow through. So this is going to get the auth value, which is a Firebase auth instance, which we can grab right here. We're going to probably say, let's try this change color. Firebase auth instance. I feel like I'd really like to see I mean, this is really am I just like going brain dead here? Okay. So this... Okay. I'll get there. Oh, it feels like it's been a long day. Okay, now... Okay, auth. This dot auth equals... const, yeah. Wait, how? Wait, what? What did I change there? Value optional parameter must be const. And as soon as I say const, it says this can't be const constructor. Okay, it doesn't have a const constructor. So this must be const. I guess it's not something I'm ever gonna pass, so super.key. Oh, no, it's extending. Well, why? I guess this change notifier doesn't have a key. Because it's not a widget, I suppose. Why is this having a fit now? Let's just, whatever, get out of here. I'm done. I'm done with you. Okay. Firebase auth. So let's call this listener. And we're going to say auth, then we're going to run all this stuff off it like we were doing. No. Because I would just like to see how this works in general. Can't be assigned, can be. Okay. I'm so tired. Okay, var. Now, Firebase. What is this? All right, like if I'm gonna try and type this. Stream subscription. Where is it? Where does it live? Events from a stream. Okay, so maybe this will give me some info. Like it's clearly in here. It's in here. But stream subscription. Actually, I guess it's all of this. It's this stream. So yeah, we'll just not. It's too tired. Too tired. Okay, so how do I? Okay, well let's read what we're supposed to be doing. We all said the reference to the user collections inside Firebase Firestore, which will hold the user's data. Add a reference to the user's collections inside Firebase Firestore. Well, okay, just see what this looks like. I have Firebase auth, so let's try this. I don't know where this all comes from. Firebase core, most likely. What? Providers, Firebase options. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Now that's for initializing, so we don't really need that. We would just need the core, I would think. But I don't know where it's not very clear where this class comes from. Firebase Firestore. And unfortunately, I gotta take a break and go use the restroom. But I'll be back in just a few. So thanks for your patience.